Good morning, everyone. Okay, let's start with the elephant in the room. I did a tabletop RPG related video last night. Spent a lot of time working on the overlay and trying to get it right. Finally started using OBS, which is Open Broadcasting Studio. I'm still having to learn a few things for it, so give me time. Just bear with me. I ended up moving the overlay last night instead of the video inside of it. But anyway, I wanted to talk about that for just a minute, because I did forget a couple things to close out on. I really stopped short of name calling on Dave's video. It's because I wasn't going to. I had to stop myself a couple times. It is my sincerest hope that Dave ends up turning his, at least doing a little examination of his surroundings and himself, and turning things around. It was kind of a weird video for me to have to do. I had a lot that I really had to think about. I had a lot to say to it. Joe Coombs responded to the video itself. By the way, thank you, Joe, for the comment. Thank you for subscribing. Welcome to the channel. Welcome to all who have recently joined. Again, love you guys. Could not believe the response on CloudHub alone. It was like 125 views or something like that. It's, the views have been up there. They've been really nice, and I appreciate everybody who's putting eyes on these videos. But anyway, that will be a series of videos that I'm making. I'm sorry about the audio quality. I thought plugging in the headset with the built-in mic would have stopped it from sounding like I was in a tin can, but it sounded like ass. My bad. I have ordered a desktop mic I will be using, so that was, like I said, it was my first time using OBS, so okay, getting right down into it. This is Full Scale Friday on the channel. Full Scale Friday means I do a full reading. It covers the entire weekend, and if you're interested in one of these readings, simply go down to the wish list on Amazon or Modifius, I think it is. Simply throw me something off the wish list. I will not only shout you out publicly for doing so, I will show what you sent, and then if it's a tarot deck or something like that, I will absolutely use it in your readings. The only exception being the tarot deck for the game Cult. I will not use that as a functional tarot deck because it is designed specifically for gameplay. Could I use it? Yes, but I kind of prefer to keep my spiritual practice, which is this, which I do Monday through Friday, separate from my gaming as much as possible. I do have a deck of tarot cards that I use for games like Wretched Bastards. That is a completely different story. That does not sit with anything but my tabletop RPG stuff and the accessories. There you go. See, that's how I keep the two separate. Alright. So, I hope your day is going well. I do not have a lot of time to really screw around on Twitter today. So I hope that many of you will be very forgiving in my absence on Twitter or on social media in general. And that is because what I thought was my last board certification class, which was supposed to be the Friday before last, a couple of weeks ago. I thought that was the last class. That was it. We were done. Turns out there was another one. It was supposed to be last week. They pushed it to this week. I was like, oh, great. Okay. Let's just say I'm at a point where I'm not at all very confident that I'm going to pass this test. Too much has really happened, and unfortunately, math is really not my strong suit, especially algebra, and we have to use a lot of it. Some things I'm pretty good on, other things I'm really not. But they've actually said you can fail the entire math portion and still pass. That doesn't instill a lot of confidence in me. It's just letting you know. Anyway, oops. There we go. So, we've got Viking Oracle, Spirit Animal Oracle, Tarot Grand Lux. We got Sacred Light Oracle, and of course we're going to cap it off with runes. That's how we do it every Friday here, or nearly every Friday when things aren't happening. But I do have to get this shot. I have to get this out to you, which means it's got to go through the editor. It took a little while for that video to edit down. By the way, that video, if you saw it last night, if you didn't catch it, it's going to stay up. It's everywhere but BitChute, because BitChute limits their file size to 2 gigs. That thing was 5. I was like, yeah, it's not going to go up there. Hello, Mr. Bob. What's up? He's looking at me like, you're up to feed me early, right? No. No. You gotta lose a little more weight, bud. You're like 13 pounds of killing fury. Oops. There we go. And finally, the runes. Now, I should have mentioned this, and I'm going to. The type of video I did last night, I'm going to be reviewing RPGs, namely whatever I have on hand, and whatever I think needs a shout out. The Wretched Verse and Chalt, Cow Punchers, Waste Runners, Chronicles of Iris, The Doom That Came to Astria, Shadows of Padfoot Alley, all of that is coming. I'm also hoping to do some like interviews, and if you're a game designer or creator and you want to submit something for review, just let me know, and we'll work that out. Anyway, that's what the overlay was meant for, was for reviews. And instead I had to challenge a lie, or several. Alright, so let's say we get down to it. Let's see how our weekend's going to turn out, shall we? But yesterday, the reading showed us that we should be singing our song, whatever that is. We need to be putting out from ourselves. No such thing as compromise when you stand to benefit in no way, shape, or form. And that was something to remember. Those were 2 key points that came up early. And that's exactly what I did yesterday. I took the advice of my cards. I decided to go ahead and start work on the newer videos I'm going to be producing. You know, here and there, kind of sporadically. I'm going to try to do it as regularly as possible. At least something per month. In any case, starting with you. There's a reason we always start with you. Start with you, start with me, because we can't do, as Dave clearly illustrates, there's really nothing you can do to externally change the world. You want to change things? Change yourself. Start with you. All the friends that you think you have right now, many of them are going to run away. You will fail purity tests, I'm telling you that right now. But you will have new ones pop up along the way who are willing to help. And so you today, I somehow thought this would come up. Mani. Mani, who pulls the moon while he's being pursued by a wolf ready to devour both him and the moon. And what he tells you is, I don't have a lot of time, kid, get in the fucking chariot. You don't have a lot of time either. Actually, let me rephrase that. You don't have a lot of time to waste. And if you're wasting your time, you are squandering the one asset you cannot get back. You can always get back money, you can always get back stuff, you cannot get back time. So start using it wisely. We got the Well of Weird again. We had the same card yesterday as the guide. Believing in your own magic. That is not going away. So let's take a minute. What is that magic that we're talking about? I want you all to do yourselves a favor. Close your eyes. I'm not going to turn over any more cards right now. I just want you to take a minute, close your eyes, and I want you to breathe. In through the nose for 4 seconds. Hold for 4 seconds. Then out for 4 seconds. Just do that a couple of times just. Okay, keep doing that. And I want you to get this picture clear in your mind. I want you to think about that one thing that you really, absolutely love. What is that one thing that when you get to do it, or you get to have it in your hands and use it, or whatever, what is that one thing? That is an answer you must keep to yourself for now. Because that one thing that you absolutely love, the one thing that just lights you up from within, that one person you like to spend time around, that one book you like to read, that one piece of music you love to listen to, whatever it is that just sends your heart into the stratosphere with absolute elation, get it clear in your mind and hold it. Because no effort, no time is ever wasted on that thing. And if you think it is, you're wrong. Because when you do that thing, when you feel your vibrations suddenly rise, when you feel like the center of your chest is bursting with pure light that's just spilling out into the world, nearly blinding everyone around you, that is what I'm talking about. And if you're a creator of any kind, creation is the most godlike power you possess. Create. If examination is the one thing that just drives you absolutely wild, then examine, study, research, read, listen to music, do whatever it is you have to do. Light yourself up. Because that is truly magical. And don't you find when you're spending time on that kind of thing, when you find that you spend that time really loving that one thing, don't you find suddenly there are people that will come out of the woodwork to do everything they can to help you achieve the goals that you really set forth. The dreams that you have will always be dreams until you put a practical plan to them and then you turn them into a goal. And when you have those goals and you strive for them, watch what happens. There are people, real friends, who will come out of the woodwork, who will tell you, you're doing the right thing. You don't know what you don't know. It's okay not to know. It's better to learn. They will pull you to the top of that mountain. And once you're up there, all of your friends, in quotations, will then suddenly show up. It's funny, they'll ditch you the moment you decide I'm going to be singing my own song because I think it's a beautiful song, and you're right. And they vacate, they vanish, nowhere to be found. And then suddenly you're successful, and oh, well, remember we were friends. Yeah, where were you? You can open your eyes now because we're going on to the spirit animal. Here we go. The lizard dreams the world into being. But the lizard has a practical plan to do it. Weren't we just talking about making our dreams a reality? Pursuing them? This weekend is the weekend to do it. Here's the thing, we're in Libra season, if memory serves. And in Libra season, oh, get down, stop. Oh, he's on the attack now. Libra season. Libras, we love to flirt. Flirt with life. Really take it by the horns. Lovingly. Gently. Dance with it. Play with it. See where it takes you. This weekend is the time for that. I've got a 10 of coins in reverse for the mind. I've got a 7 of cups, and then I've got temperance in reverse. Let's start right here. Everything that matters. Why are you squandering it? This is time spent with family. This is time spent with those closest to you, those people that you absolutely love. Why are you not spending time with them? Why are you kind of isolating yourself from them? You're not connected with that. You still have a lot of joy that you could be giving. You could be sharing that. And the fact is, there is no need to temper that. There's a need to know when enough is enough. But in this case, neglecting that mentally is not going to help you. And for the sake of your mental state this weekend, I would recommend doing something with the family. Really kind of think about that. You can turn that 10 of coins around, because what you're thinking is about something very real. If finances are causing you trouble, then find all the things that you can do right there at home. Really examine what you already have around you. You'll find what you love right in there, and you'll be able to share it. And you can share it without exhausting it. That's the beautiful part. Physically speaking, we have a Chariot, got a King of Cups, and we got a 5 of Cups. You really need to start developing some forward movement here. In this present situation, I think shifting that perspective to not what you don't have, but what you have is going to be everything. What you have is already enough. And what you have will actually move you forward. It is going to take some emotional mastery. Right now, you physically, this weekend, you'll find that there's a sort of a lot of activity around you. I mean, look at that king. He is very solid and stable with all of that going on around him. That's very much you. It doesn't matter whether you're male or female or any of that. It doesn't matter if you identify as one or the other or neither. You are very much going to be that calm center of things, and that's why that card is right there in the great big center of it all. A little time for self-care is never a bad thing. When I say sharing that joy, share that joy with yourself too. Don't forget to enjoy it yourself. This looks to me a lot like, I'm going to call this the Forever Dungeon Master. Forever GM, Forever DM, Forever Storyteller. I'm looking at a person right now, and I liken it to the person who plays tabletop role-playing games, but they're the ones who are always running the game. They never get to sit in as a player, and if they do, it's a rare occasion. Don't forget Forever DM, Forever GM, Forever Storyteller, whatever you choose to use there. Appropriate to your game setting, of course. Forever Judge or Adjudicator. Don't forget, you have to have some fun too, otherwise, you're not loving that. And it's not loving you back. And those two things have to be very much in play. They can't be just exclusive to one or the other. And I say that because right here, that card, I don't like seeing it. I don't like it in the least. What it symbolizes is regret without having to learn anything. There are times where you regret being the one constantly running the show, constantly having to make the shots, make the adjudication, make the calls, make those judgment calls. It can be a very difficult life, but what do you learn from it? I can tell you the reason most of us are in that position is because we're not really comfortable with losing that level of control. Perhaps it's time you did lose a little bit of that control. Maybe and I'm looking at it, not maybe, it is time to loosen the grip a little bit. You get to enjoy those things just as much as anyone else. But it's important that you also enjoy it. Do you see what I'm saying? There we go. Okay, spiritually speaking, we've got a 7 of cups there. It's a 6 of cups here. So, I screwed up. 6 of cups here, 7 here. The 6 of cups, though, some decisions you are going to have to relinquish. It's going to be good for you spiritually, I think. And I think you'll find a newfound love for that very thing. Also got a 5 of Swords in reverse. Now is not the time. I know that 5 of Swords shows that you're a master in your field. Sometimes it's good to take a big step back. Take a big step back. If you're playing a game this weekend, let someone else run the game. Ask someone else to run the game. Explain that just for once you would like to just be able to play. Throw it out to your group. Hey, would anyone else like to run a game? Perhaps you got ideas that maybe you'd like to incorporate. See what happens. You never know. Someone else might say, hey, I've been wanting to run this game for a little while. Okay, well, let's play that then. Guys, I'm a little tired. I would just like to play for once. That's all. You're going to find someone's willing to step up. Someone's willing to take those reins for a little while and drive that chariot. It doesn't even have to be games, ladies and gentlemen. It can be anything. Hey, mind if we just, order out? I really don't feel like picking a movie. Why don't you pick? Oh, we'll watch whatever. I don't care. Let go. Yeah. Hey, would you do me a favor and pick a book for me? Just pick any one off the shelf. I'll just read it. Let go of the control for a little bit. Just kind of take that step back. You'll be fine. Brand new opportunities will begin to present themselves. very real opportunities. Very tangible opportunities. You'll begin to see the value in what you have. You'll begin to see the value in what others bring to the table. It's a very fine place to be. You know, there are people out there, there are people in positions of authority, CEOs, police, firefighters, EMS, that sort of thing. Don't you know there are times where some of them can't turn that off. Others, they're like, man, I need a day where I don't control a damn thing. And they go for that. Then when they come back to work, man, they're bright-eyed, bushy-tailed, and just fresh for the whatever the week brings ahead. Right? Know a person like that? Yeah, that needs to be you. At least for this weekend. Just this weekend, guys. We're going to go ahead and turn over all three of these cards here. And this Oracle spread is looking really good. Because right now, your cosmic gateways are going to show off your insecurities, and they're going to help you to refocus. They're going to cause you to reintegrate. And there's nothing wrong with that. You need this mentally. That's where it popped up, was in your mental row. You'll find that connection with others again by sharing what it is you love most. Right now, physically, it'd be a good idea to take part in some philosophical discussions. Like I said, learn what you don't know. Contribute what you do. See what comes of it. I did just recently with that Ragnarok video that just surfaced on Wednesday. The first 2 hours of it are live. The rest you can view on our Patreon. Also, Language of Light. Now this, in your spiritual, it's a path to rediscovery. It will be humbling, and you have to approach it humbly. But you also have to communicate. I would not be surprised if Ansu's showed up in the runes today. Let's see if it did. Well, we've got Tivaz, Rider-Waite, and Wunyo. So no Ansu's, however. Tivaz is about justice and victory. Rider-Waite, we're all about the journey. Not so much the destination, it's the journey. Let me ask you something. Have you ever watched a movie or played a game where doing things to achieve the objective, when the objective was revealed, the objective just kind of seemed a little anticlimactic, and you have more fond memories of getting there than you do of achieving it? Yeah, because it was about the journey, not the destination. That's what that kind of thing will teach you. Life itself is a journey. It's not a destination. Enjoy the journey. And Wunyo, the raised flag of victory. So it's important not to let your time be wasted, but you're going to have to believe in your own magic. You're going to have to dream your world into being. But guess what? Others are going to have a hand in creating that with you. And as long as you take that step back and kind of let them do it too, you're going to find that the journey creates lasting bonds and creates a world more beautiful than you've ever imagined. That's it. That's everything. Be that calm center. Let the journey take you for a change. See where it goes. Let the chips fall where they may. And if it isn't what you thought it would be, don't worry. Maybe it's not what you expect, but it's what you need. I'm going to close this out. Just remember, tomorrow at 11:15 p.m. 11:15 a.m. My bad, I don't have my words today. Live readings right there on YouTube. We're going to use StreamYard one more time. It'll be a YouTube exclusive, and if you donate to the Tribe of the Greyhorn Pagans Ko-Fi, Coffee, whatever it is page, links are in the description below. You throw them a tip, let me know that you did. I will do a 3-card reading for you. They will be tarot, oracles, or runes, or a combination of all 3. Or, if you subscribe to our Patreon, not only do you get a host of exclusives, like seeing the full 5 hours of the discussion on Ragnarok, including me, you will also get 6 cards, again, tarot, oracle, runes, or all of the above. Any combination of the 2 or 3. It's a way to get a quick, easy reading right then, any question for any reason. Furthermore, you'll get to hang out with me live, and the best part is you don't have to spend much to do it. As a matter of fact, I will sweeten this pot just a bit. And this is for today and tomorrow only, if you subscribe to our Patreon, I will give you one reading and a birthday reading. If you subscribe to our Patreon. We at the Tribe of the Greyhorn Pagans, we would love for you to join in. We would love for you to take part in very civil discourse. We would love for you to be there, even if you're just curious and you just want to learn. If you just want to know what we're about, we're more than happy to talk to you. We would love to have you. We're not looking for religious converts. We're not looking to be converted. We just want to sit there and have a discussion with you. So, why don't you come on over? If you don't want to do the reading, that's fine. You can just hang out with us and have a little fun. I'll be the one running the show, but I'm going to let you guys create it just as much as I do. And guess what? I got 6 spots. I could pull people on, and you can literally just talk to me and have an audience. How about that? But of course, that is it for today. Just remember, I love you all. I appreciate you from the bottom of my heart. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for sharing in what I love. I want you to take care of yourselves and each other. I want you to always do what lights you up the most. And as always, I want you to do just one thing. Shine on.